Hello and welcome to this video. I hope that you are fit, fine and healthy. In this video, we are going to start with lesson number 10, verbs. In English grammar, you have learned about parts of speech: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunctions, prepositions and interjections. Today, in this video, we will discuss about verb. A word that is used to describe an action, state or occurrence is called a verb. It is the most important part of a sentence. Yes, whenever we construct a sentence, it is divided into two parts, subject and predicate. Subject part consists of noun or pronoun and the other part, that is predicate, is having the verb. Verb tells us about a state, having something or work done or an action performed. Let us see some examples. She is a doctor. He was a leader. They have a big house. She has got a lovely voice. He walks daily. They play in the ground. Now all these sentences are having a verb in it. I have told you that a verb states something, tells us about having something, and it tells us about the work done by the noun or pronoun or the subject of that sentence. Now see these sentences. First one we will see. She is a doctor. In this sentence there is a noun, there is a pronoun, there is a determiner and there is a verb. Now doctor is a noun, a determiner, she is a pronoun and word is the verb here. Is states that the pronoun she is a doctor. The state of situation or state of condition is told by this verb. He was a leader. He was a leader. Leader is a noun. Again, a is a determiner. Was is telling about the state of this pronoun, that is he, this person. So that means was is a verb. These is, was, are telling about the state of the subject. That means these words is, was, are, were, all these words states something about the subject, that is noun or pronoun. Is and was is used with the singular subjects and are and were are used with the plural subject. Is used with the present tense, are is also used with the present tense, was and were are used with the past tense. So in this way, is, was, are and were are known as the verb which states something. Now see the next two examples. They have a big house. She has got a lovely voice. Now in these two sentences, we see the word have and has. These two words are the verb of the sentence which tells us about the position of the subject. That means what the subject is having. Here see what they have, a big house. What she has, a lovely voice. That means they and she are having these two things. So have, has and a word had is used as a verb which tells us about the position of the subjects. That means what the subject is having. Have is used with the plural. Has is used with the singular, that is he, she, it, and had is used with the past tense. Has and have are used with the present tense. So in this way, has, have and had are used as the verb. Now see the next two sentences. He walks daily. they play in the ground. In these two sentences, walks and play, they are known as the verb. It tells us about the work done by the subject. What work is done by the subject? In the first sentence, walks. In the second sentence, play. So the words which tells us about the work done by the subject, that is noun or pronoun, are known as the verb. In this way, these words are coming under verb. Now we will see, here you have to learn about types of verb also. There are two types of verb which you are going to learn in this class. They are main verb or the principal verb. Second one, helping verb or the auxiliary verb. Now, what is main verb? The verb which functions by themselves. Okay, the verbs which are functioning by their own, they are known as main verb, and the verbs which help the main verbs, they are known as helping verb. Now see these words: play, write, sleep, walk, cook, talk, read, run, jump, kick, fight, swim, ride. All these words are the words which tells us about the work done, and these are coming under the main or the principal verb. Now see these words: am, is, are, was, were, has, have, had, do, does, did, could, will, would, may, might, be, been, and there are so many more words. These words are known as helping verbs because they stand with the main verb. Okay, these words are used with the main verbs and they help the main verb. So that is why they both stand together. Now see how these main verb and helping verbs come together. See this: is playing, are writing, was sleeping, were running, have written, had gone, will kick, may cook, can talk, has read, and so on. So is a helping verb, playing is a main verb, are is a helping verb, writing is the main verb. In this way, there are so many verbs which comes together in a sentence. Now we will see the forms of verb. There are some words in which we change the base form of the word to some different words. See the word be. When we use it in the sentences, it changes according to the tenses and the subject. See this: when we use be with I, it will become am. When we use it, the same word be, with the singular subject, it is used as is in the present tense, was in the past tense with the singular subject. But when the word be is used with the plural subject, we use it as are in present tense, were in past tense with the plural subject. And be is also used as been in past participle and be as being in present participle form. So this is how word be, base form of be, is used as am, is, was, are, were, be, being. With the pronouns I, am, you, are, we will make it as a sentence: I am sitting, you are sleeping, we are watching the movie, he is going to play, she is writing the letter, it is a good movie, they are all sitting together. Okay, in this way we have to form the sentences. When we use be, the form of verb changes in this form. Next, we will see the forms of the verb have. The verbs has or have or had shows that something belongs or belonged to someone or something. it is used, this word, the forms of have are used as main verb as well as auxiliary verbs. Now let us see how these are used. Forms of verb have. Have is used as has, have and had. We use have with the plural subjects like I, you, we, they, and these are used with the present tense. Have, plural subjects and present tense. Has is used with the singular subjects like he, she, it or some singular proper names, and they are used with the present tense. Both have and has are used with the present tense, but have with the plural subject, has with the singular subject. Now the next form of the verb have is had. Had is used with the subjects in the past tense. Yes, it is used in the past tense, subjects with the past tense. Have, has with the present tense and had with the past tense. So in this way, forms of verb have, has and had are used in different sentences according to their subjects and tenses. Now the next form of verb, do. Do you know the correct usage of do, does and did? Does anyone told you the difference between them? Did you learn this tense in your previous classes? Yes. See here, do, does, did. I used these three words to ask these questions. Now, I will tell you the other forms and how to use all these three words. See, first we will start with do and does. Do and does are the words which are used in the present tense, and did word is used in the past tense. Word do. Do is used with the plural subjects like I, you, we, they, and this plural subject should be in present tense. Next word does. Does is used with the singular subjects like he, she, it or a singular name. These singular subjects should also be in present tense. And the next word did. Did subjects can be plural or singular, but the tense should be in past. That means do and does present tense, did past tense. Do with the plural subjects, does with the singular subject, did singular or plural subject. So these are the forms of do, does and did. On the basis of plural subjects, singular subjects, present tense and past tense, we use these forms of verbs in the sentences. We have seen three forms, three base verb, be, have, do, be, to be, have, do, to do. And these three forms of verb are used to form the affirmative sentences, interrogative sentences and negative sentences. They can be used as main verb or auxiliary verb. Helping verbs or auxiliary verbs are always there to help main verb. We add helping verbs to the main verb to show time or form of tense and to add more meaning. Now let us see the list of forms of verb which is given in the textbook. Here see the table. Simple present, simple past and past participle form of verbs are given. When we make the simple past tense of the present form, we add ed or d to most of the words. When the simple past words are formed by adding ed or d, they are known as regular verbs. And in some cases, when we form the simple past, the present word gets entirely changed. That means no d or ed is added, the word itself gets changed, and they are known as irregular verbs. Now see the examples of these tenses. jump, jumped, zip, zipped, quarrel, quarreled. We are adding ed to these words to form the simple past. So they are known as regular verbs. Now see, some words are sit, sat, say, said, rise, rose. These words, the words are getting changed. These words are known as irregular verbs. So the list of 3 forms of verbs are given in the textbook. Learn all these words in all the 3 forms: simple present, simple past and past participle. Learn all these words, keep all these words in your mind, because it will help you a lot when you form the sentences in various tenses, especially in past tense. Almost we have done the explanation of this lesson. I hope you have understood about verbs, parts of verbs, helping verbs, main verbs, all the forms of 3 forms of verbs which are given in page number 67 and 68. Learn all this. If you got any doubt, you can ask me. We will discuss the exercises in the next video. And till the next class, take care, be safe and stay blessed. Thank you.